fired up as they clash once again, and he uses his magic to attack from behind. But Kichi manages to defend himself, and he summons a bull as Rue struggles to avoid it, so he uses his new ability, which allows him to boost his stats. He throws Kichi away, and he starts attacking with ridiculous speed, as Kichi struggles to defend himself. But he unleashes a burst of flames, so Rue becomes confused, and Kichi lunges at him. So he tries to use his magic to stop him, but Kichi blocks it with his shield, and he attacks Rue with everything he has, causing a powerful shockwave, which threatens everyone in the arena. But he suddenly realizes that he forgot to hold back, realizing he could have hurt his friends. Rue manages to recover, telling him he needs to be careful, and he suddenly dashes in with a new skill, unleashing his blazing fists. Kichi tries to block it, but his shield ends up breaking, and Rue lands the finishing blow, as he recalls how they used to hunt together when they were still goblins, realizing that they have both come a long way. After the fight, Kichi and Gobi head home, and the group makes it to the royal capital. Iris takes them to her palace, and she tells them to stay there as she prepares their reward. They have a feast for dinner, but they have trouble sleeping, since they aren't used to having such nice rooms. The next day, Iris gives Rue his payment, and a card that gives him free access to the capital. Rue wonders if she should really be giving it to him, but she plans on requesting his services again, so she wants him to be able to return freely. He leaves some of his replicants in the city, and the group begins to head back. The trip goes smoothly, but we see Mio is depressed, thinking about how strong Kichi has gotten, so she worries about falling behind. But Rue reminds her he will never abandon her, and he promises to help her train. They take a break from their trip, and Rue summons a bunch of giants to help her train. She decides to give it everything she has, and she ends up defeating over 50 of them, but she notes that it wasn't enough. Rue tells her she did well, but she suddenly passes out. He takes her back to the others, and they all have dinner together. At night, we see that Mio has fulfilled the requirements to evolve, and we see she has become a vampire lord, but Rue is just glad she's happy again. They make it back to the forest, but when they get back to the cave, they see that it's completely different. The others welcome them back, and they mention they made a few renovations. Gobi shows them the new farm, and it seems that even the dryad has moved in, helping out with planting the seeds. There's also a ranch for all the animals, but G suddenly comes running, saying that Gabu is dying. So Rue visits him, and it seems he doesn't have much time left. Rue introduces his children to him, and Gabu is happy to finally see them. Rue mentions how he's now an apostle lord, and Gabu can't believe he was the baby he once held, and he's glad he was a part of